Okay, first of all, congrats on this film. It is an intense one. How did you all bond as a cast before shooting this and during shooting to like really build that camaraderie?
We were really lucky. They facilitated kind of like the ideal conditions to get very close to each other in a short period of time. We all lived together during the course of both the boot camp and the shooting, and the boot camp was really where the bonds were kind of forged. I think there was something very like unifying and you know, gratifying in getting to know each other under like duress and under like quite like stressful conditions, where we were, you know, all learning and all kind of starting from ground zero, you know, in equal footing.
And I heard there were some matching tattoos. Can you share a bit about that? Maybe who got them?
Yeah, I got one.
I got one.
Yeah, and
was getting one.
And I got one too.
Oh my!
Oh.
No way!
So
When?
Yeah, got one as well. So you know.
Oh my God.
What? No!
Yeah.
Well, tell us the meaning behind the tattoos.
So it's the tattoo is "Call on Me." It's a reference to the only piece of music that features in the film.
Yes.
And it's just a reminder that we can all be there for each other and call on each other if we need it.
Well, a genuine reaction here.
Well,
Crazy moment.
We've been doing interviews and we've been giving Will a hard time about not having the tattoo and
I got it yesterday. I've also been in the company of these guys while wearing shorts for like 24 hours, and they didn't notice. So it's quite fun to reveal it on camera like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's so wild. And from the intro, like the beginning of the movie, I remember that intro. Quite the intro.
Right.
Quite the intro. Now, I also heard you shaved your head.
we did.
What was that? How was that?
You know,
What
Ray.
it's like?
I mean, in Buds, the Navy SEALs would shave their head, and Ray told us that it was a symbolic expression of all starting on ground zero. You know, it was kind of a metaphoric equalizer for us coming in. You know, and yeah, I shaved a lot of heads.
Shaved mine.
How bad is it?
Yeah, we're gonna need a casevac.
All right.
This is Frogman 6 Romeo. We are troops in contact at our last known position. More info to follow. Stand by.
Wild Eagle Base, Wild Eagle 2-4. We are troops in contact requesting immediate air support. Over.
Alpha 2, this is 1. We've had grenades thrown into our position.
Now, this is obviously such a serious film with serious subject matter, but it seems like you have like a great friendship. What was the experience like working with each other off screen? Like, what were the vibes off screen?
So positive, like so nice to see how kind of, you know, one thing informed the other, and like art imitated life, you know, life imitating art. And obviously, like, as a group of actors, you know, we're very privileged that none of us have had to like directly experience kind of like warfare environments. And so I think we were consciously aware of the fact that we were kind of recreating as opposed to actually having to like live it. But even with that being said, I think we experience some of the similarities in respect to just how close you get to one another, and, you know, the fun that's had. And I think one thing that kind of made us feel particularly confident about the authenticity of the bonds we were building is that Ray, you know, said that watching us come together as a group reminded him of sort of, you know, some of the teams that he was a part of over the course of his career in the military.
Here's the plan.
EA 5 minutes, over.
The scouts are gonna lead us out, and I'm bringing up the rear. Pop smoke. Smoke out. We are all coming back.
OP1, they are en route to you.
3 minutes out! 3 minutes!
Eyes on me and only me. Has anyone looked at you?
2 minutes out! 2 minutes!
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood and the smoke!
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position.
Inbound! Inbound! Find cover! 1 minute out!
We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that. Stand by. Going hot.
We gotta get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
Now, obviously, this script was inspired by a true story. Was that what drew you to these roles particularly, or what was it about the project that interested you the most?
In the realism, really. I mean, from the script, you could see how even in the script, I mean, shooting it was a whole different process, but in the script, you could see that there was you can get a sense that there isn't going to be no movie magic into it. You can get a sense that there's no dramatization, romanticizing it, nothing. That this was very much just stating some facts and letting the audience make their own decision on it. Especially because there's no score in this film. So when you do see Ray Mendoza or my character see Elliot. A lot of times with other films, the scores, the music will in a sense manipulate the viewer to feeling certain type of ways, and so that's what beautiful with Ray and Alex. What they did is they didn't want to manipulate anybody. They didn't want to make you feel a certain type of way. If you sat there and you seen Ray see Elliot and you didn't feel anything, that's you, or if you've seen it and you cried, that's you.
Right.
That's so well said, and I think like when talking about this film, it's not to like speak down on or kind of like degrade like the war films that do exist, but certainly one of the most attractive things about this to all of us was, I think, to contribute something that was kind of very objective and as kind of just truthful and literal as it could be, so that whatever your opinions are on war, on the consequences of war, there is at least an opportunity when watching this film to base it in something that represents the truth of the matter, as opposed to something that, as you said, kind of makes entertainment of it, or tries to kind of glorify or romanticize.
That's so crazy that there was no score. I didn't even notice that when I was watching that. It was so intense, like everything that was happening. I didn't even notice, like, because I feel like music is usually such an integral part of film.
Yes.
That's so crazy. I didn't even notice that. That's amazing. What do you hope that viewers take away from seeing this film?
A few things. I mean, this, at the end of the day, I think kind of, what, as we got involved into the process and what motivated us was, we did it for the veterans, the community, and my father was in the Army for 24 years and served 5 tours in Iraq and Afghanistan, and, it was in part of being, committing to help Ray tell his story so his best friend could see what happened to him. And not only that, but for servicemen and women and vets to be able to, show a piece of something that's indescribable through this experience.
And the casting as well. I mean, the casting with everybody as such a, capturing youth, right? And the fact that almost every time on those front lines are youth, are young people, and sadly in other films depicting war, you usually get the opposite, where you feel like they're very old people at war. When when we do send soldiers out there, we send kids out there.
Right.
So that's an important thing to, I feel like audiences should realize when they watch this film.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Now, Will, I do have to ask for the fans. They loved you in the Marvel universe. Would you ever be down to return? Do you have anything to say about that?
I wish I had someone to tell you. They kind of like famously don't tell you much, keep you in the dark. I'd love to return, but I haven't had that call yet. So.
Okay. Well, thank you all so much. This film was really impactful, and you were all amazing in it. I really enjoyed it. It was an intense film.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.